How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Pope donating $500,000 to so-called migrants trying to enter the U.S. through these caravans and other means. The Vatican put out a statement when they're talking about 75,000 people have been displaced from Honduras, Guatemala, etc. They can't get into the U.S. They don't have a home anywhere else. Well, as far as I know, they have a home. It's called Honduras. It's called Guatemala. It's called El Salvador, or it's called Mexico. All right. I have a home as an American. It's called America. Now, if I don't have a place to live in America, then I need to do something to try to figure that out. That's on me to try to decide. And there's all kind of government programs here in the U.S. for U.S. citizens. These programs are not for illegal aliens. It's very simple. I don't care what country you come from. I don't care what your race is. These programs are not for people that are here illegally. The Pope should not be worried about what's happening in the U.S. or what's happening in Central America, South America, whatever it is. He should be concerned with the Catholic Church and all the child molestation and all the cover-ups that have been going on. Focus on that. That is a bigger issue. Now, I'm not trying to attack Catholics. Never would I do that, because I respect Christianity. However, nobody can deny that there is a serious problem with the Catholic Church and child abuse. That should be his primary focus, not trying to aid in the invasion of America, because that's what it is. It's an invasion. If I come to someone's home and I've not been invited, I do not have the authority to enter, then what am I doing? That's called a home invasion. So if an unwanted visitor, an unwanted entrant into your home is a home invader, then why is not the same thing for a person that comes into the country uninvited without proper authority to do so? That is called an invader. You're invading the country. In years past, this would be a proclamation of war. If you invade somebody's place of residence, if you invade their country, I mean, you can get shot on sight depending upon where you are in the world. But the Pope is aiding these people by giving them his own money. And I'm pretty sure that's coming from his own personal pocket. And then my thing is, okay, what does the Pope do for a living? Just being the Pope? How do you get paid? Where's your money come from? Is it coming from the Catholic Church? Of course it is. So, I mean, what's really going on with that? If you are a Catholic person, how do you feel about any monies you may be giving to the church going towards this? It's ridiculous. And furthermore, the Pope has talked about being against walls and trying to tear walls down and not having any kind of walls. Okay, that's fine. But the Vatican itself has walls on it. All right. That's where the Pope lives. That's where the Catholic Church is housed. OK, and the Vatican is its own jurisdiction, although it's within the country of Italy. Is landlocked in Italy. So let me get this straight. You're not part of Italy, really, the Italian government, the Italian jurisdiction, but you're on that particular landmass that is Italy. Then you have big walls around your particular place where you're at. OK, now some would say, oh, you still got gates and all this. You got the walls were put there way back during the almost beginning of Islam to protect against the Islamic invaders. And if I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments below. But tear your walls down first in the Vatican. All right. You do that and then dissolve the Vatican to be another city in Italy. Do that. Until then, I don't even want to hear you talk about how Americans don't need walls. If you can have walls in the Vatican, so can we. If you can have your own country in the Vatican, then so can we in the US of A. The United States is the most generous, the most charitable nation in the world. Second to, I'm not really sure what nation. We give so much. We give aid to almost every country in the world. You're talking about over 185 countries we give aid to. It's only 193 countries on planet Earth. We give aid to almost every country. We give aid to China. Why do we need to accept these illegal aliens into our country? It does not make sense. These people aren't really refugees. They're not trying to flee some kind of war or famine. What they're doing is they're coming to the country as economic opportunists. They're trying to make money. If you're trying to make money, I can't really blame you. However, if you're doing it illegally, then that's the problem. You need to be held to the same level of accountability as anyone else who breaks the law. If I break the law here in America, I go to jail. If you break the law as an illegal alien, you need to go to jail too, preferably in your country of origin, not here in the United States. I don't even want people that are here illegally to be privy to the same treatments that our prisoners have. I will almost argue to say that some of the prisoners are treated better than people in their own home countries. Whose fault is that? It's not my fault. It's their fault. Their countries are shaped by the people that are within the country. So the Pope donating money, all that is doing is just going into the hands of corrupt leadership within these countries. It does not go towards people that need it. And that is the problem. A lot of these people in these countries set up little fake NGOs and nonprofits, whatever you want to call it. They get donation money. They're supposed to go towards helping people out in the country. It just goes to their own pocket. It goes to the narcos. And these people who are coming to the country are going to try to continue to come because they want money. If the country that they live in was able to provide them with better, then they wouldn't be here. That's not my responsibility to fix their country. You can't say, oh, because their country is poor, then the U.S. must take them. No, we don't have to take them. How about they stay in their countries rather than running away and improve them? That's what would make sense to me. But what say you? Do you think the Pope was correct to give $500,000 to the so-called migrant caravans? If you think so, please explain it to me why in the comments below. Obviously, you know where I stand. Nobody should not be given $500,000, any kind of money, not one red cent at all to these people. Let them stay in their countries of origin, fix their countries of origin. If they get caught here, send them back. Do not admit them into the country. And the best way to go about this, the best way to eliminate a lot of these people trying to come to the country illegally with kids in tow is to build that big, beautiful wall. Build the wall so you can't just be, I'm across the border now. I want to go to Minneapolis or I want to go to Florida. No, you're going to get stopped right there. And the only choice will be to turn back. Maybe you could just set up shop right there at this big wall, but what you going to do there? Just try to eat coyotes or something like that as they come across your path? I don't know what they're going to do. What I know, what we should do is not allow them to come into the country. Whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.